Yeah. Is matter around us pure? So in this chapter we have to talk about matter which is present all around us, जो हमारे चारों तरफ present है. And I told you about the three components in the environment. About that you should be knowing. Then only we can filter them. First one was biotic components. Biotic components mean living components of the environment. Animals, birds, humans. Second one, abiotic components, that is non-living things. Pen, pencil, chair, rubber, eraser, box, these all are what? Non-living things. And the third and most important, that is the physical components. Physical components include soil, air, water, mountains, all the resources are included in physical components. Second thing, we talked about matter, that matters are classified as elements and compounds. Is it clear? Is matter around us pure? Where do we live? We live in the environments, in the habitat, which comprise biotic, abiotic, and physical components. And what is matter? Matter can be categorized as elements and compounds. So we know elements are the pure form of the substance and compounds are impure form of the substance. Okay? Why? Because elements are made up of one kind of atom, and compounds, these combine different kinds of atoms. Okay, so this is what our title is saying, and we have to go through the impure substances which are like mixtures. In this chapter we will talk about mixture, solution, suspension, and colloids and their properties. And then we will talk about how we can separate the compounds, because for example if we take H2O, it is a compound because it is a combination of hydrogen and oxygen. It can be separated. When we will separate it, we will get hydrogen plus oxygen. Hydrogen is element and oxygen is element. Both are in the pure form. And when they are combined, they are compounds. And it is an impure form because compounds combine and they are made up of different kinds of atoms. Is this clear? Shall we go to the next? Yeah. So now you know that environment comprises of biotic, abiotic, and physical components, and matter is classified as elements and compounds. Matter is classified as elements and compounds. Elements are further classified as metals, non-metals, and metallites. These are the three categories of elements in which they can be divided. Okay, elements can be divided into three categories, that is metals, non-metals, and metallites. We know the properties of metals. I think so everybody must be knowing. These are good conductor of heat and electricity. These are sonorous. These are ductile. These are malleable. Am I right? An example if we take, that is gold, silver, iron, zinc, these all are what? Metals. Non-metals are just opposite to metals. Am I right? These are good conductors, non-metals are bad. These are sonorous, non-metals are not sonorous. These are ductile. Ductile means they can be transformed into wires, but non-metals cannot. So metals and non-metals, they are opposite to each other. And what are metallites? Have some properties of metals and non-metals both. Metallites क्या होते हैं? Which have the property of metals and non-metals both. No. किसी को नहीं पता ये, चलो ठीक है. So now it is clear elements can be classified as metals, non-metals and metallites. Metallites, these are the properties. Non-metals, these are opposite to metals. When some properties of metals and non-metals are combined together, we get metallites. Okay. So next, we are going to talk about mixtures. Matter is clear to everybody. What is matter? Elements, compounds, elements, categories and their properties. तो matter के बारे में हमें सब कुछ पता है. About environment also we know. Now we have to talk about the mixture because mixture is impure. Why mixture is impure? Can anybody tell me? We have talked already about it. Mixture impure क्यों है? Because mixture is a combination of two or more substances in which particles are combined physically. Physically means this is water. When you add sugar to it, what you have to do? You have to stir the solution. उसको mix करना पड़ेगा. Slowly what will happen? The particles of sugar, they will get smaller and they will adjust in between the particles of water. Correct? In a mixture, what will happen? Combination of two or more substances in which particles are combined physically. Physically means on stirring. We are adding. Next thing, don't lose their property. Means if sugar is sweet, you will add in the water and when you will drink the water, the sweet taste will come. Along with sugar, if you add salt, what will happen? It will give you salty taste also. And if you add lemon also, then the taste of lemon will also come. Am I right? अगर हम water में sugar, salt और lemon सब कुछ एक साथ में add कर देंगे, it will become a mixture. Okay? In which the particles will not lose their property. Means the taste of sugar is sweet. It will taste sweet. Salt, salty. Lemon, sour. But we cannot see the particles. Am I right? Can we see the particles of sugar, salt and lemon in water? We cannot see. Why we cannot see? Because it is a homogeneous mixture. Okay? We talked about two types of mixture. They were what? Homogeneous and heterogeneous. Correct? So, any doubt in mixture? What is mixture? Combination of two or more substance in which particles are combined physically and they don't lose their property on mixing. We took the example salt plus sugar plus lemon plus water. We get a mixture and it is a homogeneous solution. Why it is a homogeneous solution? Because the particles cannot be seen by our naked eyes. Am I right? Then we are going to talk. Anybody wants to copy it? किसी को copy तो नहीं करना है? No. Shall we go on? If you want to copy, then you may tell, because these may help in preparing the notes, and it is in a very easy language than book, I think so. Yeah, that only I am going through that. First of all, mixture can be categorized into three types. That is solution, suspension, and colloids. Correct? On the basis of visibility. Second thing, these are what types, and it can be categorized into two kinds, that is homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures. Correct? ये फॉर्म हो गया. मिक्सचर कैन बी इन द फॉर्म ऑफ सॉल्यूशन के फॉर्म में हो सकता है, सस्पेंशन के फॉर्म में हो सकता है, और कोलाइड के फॉर्म में हो सकता है. व्हाट आर सॉल्यूशन, सस्पेंशन एंड कोलाइड? This we will study in this chapter. Second thing, the kinds of mixture can be of two types. First is homogeneous and second one heterogeneous mixture. What is a homogeneous mixture? Particles can't be seen by our eyes. Okay. And what are heterogeneous mixtures? The mixtures in which particles can be seen by our naked eyes. Is the definition clear? What is homogeneous mixture and what is heterogeneous mixture? We will take one example. Sugar plus water. We cannot see sugar when it is mixed in water. Example of heterogeneous mixture: sand or soil plus water. Can you see the sand when we will mix it in water? Yes, because it is a heterogeneous mixture. Any doubt in homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture? Now you tell me. Any doubts? होमोजीनियस मिक्सचर क्या होता है और हेट्रोजीनियस क्या होता है? शुगर को वाटर में ऐड करेंगे तो शुगर डिसॉल्व हो जाएगी, वी कैन नॉट सी इट, पर ये अपनी प्रॉपर्टी लूज नहीं करेंगे. सेकेंड वन, heterogeneous, in which particles can be seen by our naked eyes, for example sand plus water. Okay, now we will go through the topic solution. Any question in this? Mixture clear हो गया, matter clear हो गया, environment that is also clear. Now we have to talk about solution. If you have any question, then tell. Anybody? Shall we go through solution then? Yes, okay. We will take an example to understand it better. Sugar plus water gives solution. That is sugar. It is in lesser quantity ना. Sugar may be 1 spoon or 2 spoon. क्या sugar water के equal होगी? नहीं. Sugar will be in less quantity. Sugar will be in less quantity. So the substance which is present in the solution, the substance which is present in the solution in less quantity is called solute. Okay, and in which substance solute is being dissolved, in which substance solute is being dissolved is called solvent. So our water is what? Solvent. Correct? What is solute? The substance present in lesser quantity is called solute. Sugar is our solute. And what is solvent? In which substance solute is being dissolved or mixed is called solvent. When we will add solute plus solvent, what we will get? Solution. Am I right? So what is solution? A combination of solute and solvent gives solution. In one line, you can explain what is solution. The combination of solute plus solvent is called solution. Second thing, particles of solute can't be seen. क्यों हम particles नहीं देख पाते हैं? Why can't we see the particles of solution when we see by our eyes? Reason is that their size is 1 nanometer. That is 10 to the power minus 9. इतने छोटे होते हैं ये. 1 nanometer, very small. Can you see it with your naked eyes? I don't think so. इतने छोटे particles हम अपनी eyes से नहीं देख सकते हैं. Do you have your books with you? Do you have your books with you? I guess yes. So first of all, you open page number 15. Open page number 15. You can see the definition of solution. What is a solution? A solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. Two or more means if we add salt also, no problem. You cannot see salt. फिर भी ये solution ही है. If you add lemon also, then also it is a solution. Okay. So what is a solution? A solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances that cannot be separated easily and the particles cannot be seen by our eyes. Is it clear here? Solution क्या होता है? Clear हुआ? I think so, yes. Solute क्या होता है ये भी पता चला होगा. Solvent ये भी. Next we are going to talk about the properties of solution. That is on page number 16. Page number 16, properties of solution. And we are going to talk about each property one by one. Properties of solution. So what is the first property that says it is a homogeneous solution? Homogeneous solution means solute particles, you understood now what is solute? The substance which is present in lesser quantity, जो कम क्वांटिटी में प्रेजेंट होता है वो सॉल्यूट होता है, और जिसमें सॉल्यूट को मिक्स कर रहे हैं दैट इज व्हाट कॉल्ड सॉल्वेंट. जिसमें हम सॉल्यूट को मिक्स करेंगे उसको सॉल्वेंट बोलेंगे. ऑन एडिंग सॉल्यूट प्लस सॉल्वेंट वी विल गेट सॉल्यूशन. And the property first is saying it is a homogeneous solution, means solute particles are very small, very tiny, that can't be seen by our eyes. Am I right? First property clear. Second property is what? And one more thing, ये homogeneous solution है. Particles can't be separated easily. Am I right? If you add sugar in water, can you filter it out easily? अगर हमने वाटर में शुगर को ऐड कर दिया है तो क्या उससे शुगर आप इजीली फिल्टर कर सकते हो? नो, वी कैन नॉट इजीली फिल्टर आउट द कंटेंट्स ऑफ होमोजीनियस सॉल्यूशन. एंड सॉल्यूशन इज अ होमोजीनियस. करेक्ट ना? सॉल्यूशन किस फॉर्म में होता है? होमोजीनियस. सो नाउ आई थिंक सो इट इज क्लियर कि हम उसके पार्टिकल्स को क्यों नहीं देख सकते हैं और क्यों फिल्टर नहीं कर सकते हैं. इज इट क्लियर? या. Second point, what is the second point? The size of particles is, first property हो गई. homogeneous solution or mixture. Second one, size of particles 1 nanometer. 1 nanometer means 10 to the power minus 9, and these can't be seen by our eyes. Is it clear? Third one, the solute particles cannot be separated easily. This also I told you just now. Particles can't be separated easily. And the fourth one, they don't scatter beam of light. They don't scatter beam of light means when you take a solution in a glass, in a transparent glass, what will happen? And you focus torch light on that, it will not get scattered. ये scatter नहीं होगी. क्यों नहीं होगी? क्योंकि particles का size बहुत छोटा है. When the size of particles is very small, they do not scatter light. But if the size of particle is large, suppose करो कि हमने क्या किया, suppose this is a torch and I throw the light from here, it will get reflected. क्यों? क्योंकि this is a bigger size. But if I am removing my hand, तब भी तो यहाँ particles है ना? We are having a number of particles around us, but we cannot see. Am I right? बहुत सारे particles हैं, लेकिन हमें दिखते नहीं हैं. The germs are also present in our hands, but we can't see them. क्यों? Because their size is very small. And they do not scatter beam of light. लेकिन अगर इसमें हम soil fill कर दें, sand fill कर दें तो क्या होगा? Light will get scattered. Reason क्या होगा? Because the size of particles are bigger. So are the four properties clear to you? Properties of solution. It is homogeneous, size of particles 1 nanometer, can't be seen by our eyes, particles can't be separated easily, they don't scatter beam of light. Why they don't scatter a beam of light? Because the size of particles is very small. Is it clear here? Is it clear here till everybody? Okay. Next we are going to talk about the concentration of solution. What is concentration of solution, sir? Shall I erase it? Concentration of solution. For example, we take a glass of water. How much sugar can be added in this? How much sugar can be added in this? कितनी sugar add कर सकते हैं? Maybe 5 or 6 spoons. Correct ना? It will get mixed in water. ये water में क्या होगा? Mixed हो जाएगा and you cannot see the particles of sugar. A stage will come. At a stage, what will happen? एक स्टेज ऐसी आएगी कि जब शुगर वाटर में मिक्स होना बंद हो जाएगी. करेक्ट. एंड दैट स्टेज विल बी कॉल्ड saturation level, and that solution will be called saturated solution. For example, if we talk about, we add salt in our dish. हम कोई भी सब्जी बनाते हैं तो उसमें salt add करते हैं. We add according to our taste, जितना उसमें टेस्ट आ सके, और that is only called the saturation level. अगर हमने उसको ज्यादा ऐड कर दिया तो वो बहुत सॉल्टी हो जाएगा, we cannot eat, वो कंसंट्रेटेड हो गया. और अगर सॉल्ट कम है तो भी वो अच्छा नहीं लगेगा. It means it is what? It is unsaturated. कैसा है वो? Unsaturated. But yeah, correct, good. But if we are mixing it at a saturation level, then it is called a saturated solution. 1 glass water plus 1 glass sugar. What will happen? क्या पूरी शुगर वाटर में मिक्स हो जाएगी? Will no. So it will be a unsaturated solution. ये कैसा solution होगा? Unsaturated. That is what the definition of concentration of solution. Either the solution may be saturated or the solution may be unsaturated. Okay. Next is the formulas are given in your book. There are some formulas which are given on the page number 16. Mass by mass, percentage of solution. किसी को ये समझ में आया थोड़ा बहुत भी? Somewhat you understood what is it is saying? If you understood somewhat, then tell me. नहीं समझ में आया? देखो, to find concentration of solution. किसी भी solution की अगर हमें concentration find out करनी है, so what we will do? We will use the three formulas which are given in your book. What is the first one formula? Mass of solute upon mass of solution into 100. What is the use of this formula? क्यों है ये formula? This formula is for finding the concentration of solution. Finding the percentage of concentration of solution. What is the amount of salt in the solution? Tell me. कितना दे रखा है? Example number 2.1. You can see here in the book. It is page number 17. A solution contains 40 gram of salt in 320 gram of water. How much water is there? Yeah, 320 gram water. And what is the question saying to find? Calculate the concentration in terms of mass by mass percentage of the solution. किस फॉर्म में निकालना है हमें? Mass by mass. Mass means weight. Okay ना? Mass by mass ये फॉर्मूला यूज होगा. मास अपॉन मास. देखो बुक में चेक करो, क्वेश्चन में लास्ट में क्या लिखा हुआ है? मास बाय मास. इससे हमें ये पता चलेगा कि हम कौन सा फॉर्मूला यूज करें. वी हैव टू यूज द फर्स्ट फॉर्मूला. क्यों? ऑन द न्यूमरेटर देयर इज ऑल्सो मास ऑफ सॉल्यूट. इन द डिनोमिनेटर देयर इज ऑल्सो मास ऑफ सॉल्यूशन. ये पता चला ना कि क्यों हम ये फॉर्मूला यूज कर रहे हैं? क्योंकि यहां पे भी मास है और यहां पे भी मास है. सेकेंड थिंग, और हमें जो कंसंट्रेशन फाइंड आउट करना है वो मास बाय मास वी हैव टू फाइंड इट आउट. ओके, सो व्हाट इज द मास ऑफ सॉल्यूट? व्हाट इज द मास ऑफ सॉल्यूट? 40 ग्राम. जो लेसर क्वांटिटी में होता है वो सॉल्यूट होता है. करेक्ट. जो ज्यादा क्वांटिटी में होगा मास ऑफ solvent, that is 320 grams. Solute plus solvent, what we will get? Solute plus solvent, what we will get? Solution. Yeah, correct. 360 gram. Now you see the formula. Mass of solute upon mass of solution. What is mass of solute? क्या हमारे पास mass of solute है? Yes, that is 40 grams. Mass of solution ये रही. What is mass of solution? 360 grams. Shall we find out the percentage then? कोई डाउट तो नहीं इसमें? हम यहाँ पे ये फॉर्मूला क्यों यूज कर रहे हैं उसका रीजन है ये. मास बाय मास. You have to calculate the concentration of the solution in the terms of mass by mass. You read the example number 2.1. It is written in the language same. So now we will go through the solution. mass of solute upon mass of solution. And we are using this formula क्योंकि हमें ये फाइंड करना है in terms of mass by mass. यहां पे भी मास होना चाहिए और यहां पे भी मास होना चाहिए. ओके, into 100 equals to mass of solute कितना है? 40 ग्राम. करेक्ट ना? What is mass of solution? 360 into 100. 0 0 cancel, 4 1s are 4, 4 9s are 36. क्या आ गया? 100 upon 9. When you will further simplify, what you will get? 9 1s are 9, 1, 11.1%. Correct? कोई डाउट इसमें? In the first formula, mass of solute upon mass of solution into 100. और इस फॉर्मूले का यूज कहां करते हैं? कंसंट्रेशन फाइंड आउट करने के लिए. ओके, नेक्स्ट वन. There are two more formulas which are given in your book. Second one is mass by volume, means mass of solute upon volume of solution into 100. And the third one formula is what? Volume of solute upon volume of solution into 100. For using second formula, I tell you one example which is given in the book and you will try it yourself. Can you do the question number 3rd on page number 18? Can you do question number 3rd on page number 18? Just check it once. Questions are not given much. Question बहुत कम दे रखे हैं. Only one question is there, so you should attempt it. आपको वो attempt करना पड़ेगा जरूर, because only one question is given here on the page number 18 in text questions, question number 3rd. So what is there? Sodium chloride कितना है? 36 gram. Sodium chloride means NaCl. How much NaCl is there? 36 gram. And then water is 100 gram. How much water is there? 100 gram. जो lesser quantity है वो solute हो गया, and the which is the larger quantity, that is solvent. Am I right? When we add solute plus solvent, solute और solvent को हम ऐड करेंगे तो क्या मिल जाएगा? Mass of solution. Am I right? आपको किसकी मास मिल गई? मास ऑफ सॉल्यूशन 136, मास ऑफ सॉल्यूट 36. अब आप इजीली निकाल सकते हो. When you put it in the formula, mass of solute upon mass of solution, tell me what the answer will come. बताओ क्या आएगा? Mass of solution came 136 gram. Mass of solute 36. Mass of solution 136 gram into 100. 6 it will get cancelled. 18. 6. 8 more it will get. 9. 2 3 4. 17. 50. 9 5s are 45. 450 upon 17. If you simplify it, it will come to 17 to the 34. 34. 111. 10. 110. It should come 26 point something. जब आप इसको सॉल्व करोगे तो क्या आएगा? It will come 26 point something. Okay. 36 अपॉन 136, ये हो गई मास ऑफ सॉल्यूट और ये हो गई मास ऑफ सॉल्यूशन। क्वेश्चन में हमें सॉल्यूट और सॉल्वेंट दे रखा है। क्या हुआ? Okay, so maybe the net is about to end. So from here, we will continue from tomorrow. In our next class, we will go through suspension. हम किसके बारे में पढ़ेंगे? सस्पेंशन। ठीक है। हाँ, अगर यहाँ तक प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ सॉल्यूशन और कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ सॉल्यूशन किसी को कोई डाउट हो तो बताओ। यू आर हैविंग योर बुक्स, you write in that text box and I will come to know. You go through your book and check any word, any sentence, कहीं भी कोई प्रॉब्लम हो तो बताओ।